And there is no leadership that is possible if you are shy of communication. You must be a willing communicator. The first attribute of leadership is your willingness to communicate. So in fact, if there are more Mithils here who are shy of communicating, you got to put your hand up. And raising your hand, you are not asking for an opportunity. You're not just asking for an opportunity. By raising your hand, you're displaying leadership. You're displaying a sense of responsibility. So not only good human beings have the moral responsibility to be rich, good human beings have the moral responsibility to grab leaders. Financial surplus in the hands of a bad human being will destroy the existing world. So the only way to remove all the bad from the world is all bad people should become poor. And there is only one way all the bad people in the world can become poor. All the good people have to become rich. Similarly, a world that wants to be led, if good people do not take leadership, bad people take leadership, then the world will be led by the bad people. Then don't cry we live in a bad world. You want to live in a good world, then good people have to take leadership. And there's no question about it. No question. Listen carefully. It's a world, it's a country, it's a geography, it's an address which has given some of the best yoga acharyas to the world. This is the birth of yoga. The entire culture of yoga was brought to the world by this culture. We have had yoga teachers who are revered as yogis, as saints, as avatars, as incarnations with the purity they achieved through yoga. Yet it needed somebody to exercise leadership in Narendra Modi for yoga to become an international yoga day. And because one person took the leadership that he will institute an international yoga day and get everybody to practice yoga, in 2 years' time, the millions of people who have taken up to yoga, it was not achieved by yoga teachers. Because yoga teachers were not interested in becoming yoga leaders. Yoga teachers wanted to be yoga teachers. And it still required political leadership. In fact, whatever you might write for Modi, against Modi, it really doesn't matter. And I'm not discussing politics. One thing will not change. Yoga will be a legacy in the world because of one man's leadership. And this is the change we have seen in 2 years' time. I don't know what it will be 10 years from now. Leave alone all those controversies, whether I should bend, not. I'm not going into controversies. We don't discuss politics here. We discuss inspiration here. We discuss transformation here. Without leadership, a lot of what he achieved, he could have never achieved. So we don't just require good politicians, we need good political leaders. We don't need good teachers, we need good teaching leaders. We don't need good yoga teachers. We need good yoga teachers who are ready to be. We don't need just fitness consultants and sports psychologists. We need people who are ready to exercise leadership. We don't just need some more entrepreneurs. We need entrepreneurs who can become leaders. And leadership is not possible for a reluctant communicator. Leadership is possible only for a willing communicator. This world wants to be led. Either you will go through the frustration of seeing that people are following the wrong leader, or you can have this fulfillment that you got the world to follow the right leader. We have to inspire the world around us. We have to inspire the next generation. And for that, one of your dominant thoughts one of your focal intention have to be, in whatever I do, I will exercise. Not a position, not leadership for accolades, not for power, not for reputation, not that 10 days later you will create a cutout for yourself, not so that you will be garland, not that because you will become famous, not to have this cheap fulfillment that so many people follow. You want a lot of people to follow you, you have to only open a Facebook account. You don't have to become a leader for that. Then also they will follow you. They'll initially follow you, then they will like you. And subsequently they will block you. Not for all these cheap gratification and fulfillment, so that you will have a reputation, so that on the stage, Paitana contamination is started. Right now, then the focus is how they all can work to make you famous. It's no more about you being useful in their life. It is about you using them for your own personal milestones. That there is a point of contamination in leadership. Not even 1% of the world crosses that line. 99% of the world fall in that line. There is a line at which suddenly you start thinking about what they can do to make me famous. What they can do so that I will become more famous. There is a point there. Which means you are no more thinking about how I can be useful. You are thinking about how can I use them. That's not leadership. That's when leadership gets cheap. It's purely as a sense of responsibility to enhance the lives of everybody around you. Purely because if the good doctor does not make enough noise, the world will go to wrong doctors. Purely because that I have a team of 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, 400 people, 1,000 people who are not able to get the best out of themselves, and I will help them to get the best out of themselves through my leadership. It's to make everything better around you. That you take the responsibility of leadership, and one of the attributes to develop yourself into a leader is you have to be a willing